This is Mullaghmore in County Sligo, and this is the setting for the last stage of Rally Ireland 2007. And what a spectacular setting it is. The organisers have certainly chosen well. In the background on one side we have County Sligo, on the other side we have Donegal, and of course the Atlantic Ocean in between. Classyball Castle there, the former home of Lord Mountbatten. And I can tell you that the spectators and the crowds have come in their thousands and thousands and thousands to Mullaghmore to witness this last stage. Parked up, many of them overnight, camping out, and now lining the stage and ready for the action.
Attention, 70 montard. 200 mètres. 200 mètres gauche à 38.
Yes, indeed. Hello and welcome to Mullaghmore, and we're all set to go live here for the closing stage of Rally Ireland 2007. You know, it's been 4 days of rallying. They have done 19 stages. There is one to go here in Donegal and Sligo. With me and looking forward to this live closing stage is Sean Gallagher. Sean, as I said there a moment ago, it's a spectacular setting. They had planned this obviously a year, 2 years out that they would finish it up here. The weather has been kind to them. It looks fantastic.
Unbelievable, like sunshine in the background. What more could you ask for here, like on a Sunday morning? Like the crowds is just, as you said, the thousands. We were in the sky there on the way in, and unbelievable, the cars. You could just see it lined from Sligo, but everything's moving, and everything is fantastic, just going good. Unbelievable.
Well, I've been to major sporting events, obviously, down through the years, Munster finals, big sporting events. I've actually never seen anything quite like the crowds here.
So this one just takes the biscuit, huh?
Yeah, it sure does.
It's unbelievable, like, you know, and it's been a huge success here, I think, as well, for Rally Ireland and all the people, organisers, like, you know, fair dues to them. They've done a real unbelievable job here. The
weather is great. You know, it's a little bit slippy out on the stage there. Willie John Dalton, who's one of the course cars, he had an off there earlier on, or nearly did anyway.
Yeah, well, the problem you're going to have here now is like going into the last stage. I think the drivers are going to be a bit nervous. You know, they've done all these miles, they've done everything.
They just want to bring it to the finish.
Last bit.
All right, Sean, we're going to see the action coming up very soon. That's after the commercial break. Do join us live here in Mullaghmore. Again then to Mullaghmore in County Sligo for this closing stage of Rally Ireland of 2007. The scene is set, as we said earlier. The fans are looking forward to it. The cars have arrived here on Mullaghmore. They're at the start and they're ready to tackle this last stage of the rally. To talk us through it, let's hand over to John Kenny and Peter Collins.
Thank you very much, Michael, and good afternoon, everyone. It's the final stage of what has been an extraordinarily successful Rally Ireland. And what a dramatic setting for the grand finale, the rugged and scenic northwest coastline of Sligo, looking north towards Donegal, of course, one of the heartlands of Irish rallying. And we must mention that Sligo town really has been a wonderfully hospitable host venue for Rally HQ for Rally Ireland. Well, the weather certainly hasn't dampened the spirits of the many fans who've attended the stages right throughout the 4 days of action. And the weather mightn't have dampened the spirits of those fans, but it certainly proved an extreme test for the drivers. And we're looking there at the number 25 car of McHale on the line. But out on the stage now we have Kevin Barrett. They've got underway a little bit sooner than expected, but a big program of cars to get through. And it's Kevin Barrett now in the Subaru from Maynooth, of course. Kevin, co-driven by Barry Goodman on Rally Ireland. And John, this really is a magnificent stage. We were watching the course cars go around earlier on, and it does present some challenges.
Yeah, Barrett is in 27th place overall. He's behind Austin McHale, who you saw in shot there. Austin McHale running under Super Rally rules. He went off the stage yesterday, the penultimate stage yesterday, and just managed to get the car home. But Barrett secured third overall in this year's National Rally Championship. He did Spain in 2006. His nephew Ian, as we mentioned on Stormont on Thursday night, is in contention for the Young Rally Driver of the Year award. This gives you an indication of basically how fast and quick these stages are. This was the shakedown stage for Rally Ireland in 2006, and the cars come up and over this crest and down towards the finish. And the first runner we see is Kevin Barrett coming through to complete his lap.
So Kevin Barrett, the first of the drivers to complete this Super Special Stage 20 in Mullaghmore, County Sligo. And next up will be Austin McHale, a true legend of Irish rallying, 5 Irish Tarmac Championship titles to his credit. this season, relatively quiet one from Austin's point of view. He's only competed in the Galway and Killarney international events. That, of course, is due to the involvement of his sons Aaron in the Dunlop Series, which he won, of course, and Gareth in the World Rally Championship. Born in County Mayo, Austin's first tarmac event victory was on the 1983 Cork 20 International. He also won Cork in 85, 87 and 1990. And he's running here, John, under the Super Rally rules.
Yeah, he went off the stage yesterday, had a problem. He had a problem with of this car, and although he tried to get off the stage, his suspension strut had gone, damaged apparently over big bumps. The car went off the road shortly afterwards, and he tried to get to the end of the stage, but it slipped off, unfortunately, from his point of view. So he's running under Super Rally rules. He's been added 5 minutes to his time, so he slipped from a place in the top 15 down to 27th overall, just ahead of Kevin Barrett. But looks like he's going to make it to the finish, unfortunately under Super Rally rules. But it's great to see Austin here. There's a little chicane clicking away to a left-hand side, and another one here just to slow the drivers down, because it's a very fast sweeping stage. As I mentioned, it was the shakedown stage last year. I've traversed it with Gareth McHale sitting in his car. It's very, very fast, and that's the reason for that chicane.
Up at the top of the headland now, he's going to sweep right-handed back towards Mullaghmore Village. Austin McHale really enjoying this event. What a wonderful Rally Ireland it has been for the McHale family. In fact, yesterday they were all in the top 20, a magnificent achievement in those Ford Focus WRCs. Austin's a little bit older spec. I think the younger McHales are getting the better cars at this stage, but Austin really enjoying himself now as he fires his Focus through this stage, heading down towards the finish line. And let's see what sort of time Austin can achieve on this 2.2 kilometer circuit. What wonderful backdrops we see right throughout this wonderful 2.2 kilometer stage. And on the stage now, also running under Super Rally rules, and as you can see, there's quite a lot of damage to Henning Solberg's Ford Focus. But again, another dramatic Norwegian in action. He really should rip up the tarmac around this stage now.
Yeah, I think Solberg's in good form. Unfortunately, we didn't see the time there for Austin McHale coming through, so hopefully we can actually concentrate on the times that are gone through, because it'll give an indication of how fast they're actually running on the road over 2 kilometers. It will be under 2 minutes when they're running through. But Henning Solberg, as you mentioned there, he is the brother of Petter Solberg, currently 6th in the World Championship on 34 points. As you mentioned, he's running under Super Rally rules as well. He's had a hairy old weekend, crashed into a tree at one particular point, but he's out there and running, and looks like he's going to complete Rally Ireland. There was a moment before we actually came on air when one of the course cars went through, one of the double O cars under Willie J. Dolan, and just that moment you saw with Austin McHale getting it sideways was the point where he actually went off. So a little bit embarrassed there for poor old Willie Joe.
Well, in terms of the tarmac surface, this is possibly the easiest stage that the drivers have encountered over the 4 days of Rally Ireland, although the Super Special in Stormont was obviously nice and smooth. These conditions probably more similar to the tarmac they'd be encountering in the Spanish round of the World Championship. Not too much muck, not too much lying water on this particular stage, and the drivers will be very, very thankful for that. So Henning Solberg on his way, and I'll tell you, that must be some sight for the drivers as they come down towards that part of the stage, and all they can see is ocean in front of them and a blind right-hander. Here comes Henning Solberg, and again, like every other driver, really stepping the back out there, giving it everything.
Henning Solberg, now hopefully we can stay with the shot and get a time for Henning Solberg to give us an indication of what the other drivers will be doing. Henning Solberg coming down towards the finish line here in Mullaghmore. The clouds have closed in a little bit once again, but Henning Solberg now down to the finish, and unfortunately hasn't stopped the clock there yet as he comes around towards the finish line. But Henning Solberg would have had a chance, obviously, of a top 10 finish here in Mullaghmore, but unfortunately, from his point of view, running under Super Rally rules, and he is well down the leaderboard. Next one up, this is Khalid Al-Qasimi from the United Arab Emirates, and he is running with Nicky Beach as his co-driver in the BP Ford World Rally team. The Middle East Rally champion back in 2004 is Qasimi. He's really enjoyed himself here up in Rally Ireland around the roads of the Northwest, and he gets his car underway. Unfortunately, they're not stopping the timing being from our timing point of view, so we're not getting an indication of any times as of yet, but pretty much the rally has been sewn up by Sebastian Loeb up the front of the field. Before he came into this final stage, he was something like 53 seconds ahead of Daniel Sordo, so he pretty much has it wrapped up because he's only got this short little spurt of a stage to go. But we will be keeping an eye a little bit later on Niall McShay. Niall McShay was actually only 2.8 seconds behind in the production class behind Armindo Arujo. We're hearing now that Arujo's gone off on the penultimate stage, which would be a disaster for him. And Niall McShay may, who's in 10th overall, may win production class here.
Yes, John, we can confirm that Armindo Araujo has retired from the rally, having had a problem on stage 19, but we're looking now at Al Qasimi. Certainly the conditions that he has encountered this weekend in Rally Ireland, very alien to him, certainly in his early years of rallying when he competed in Asia, and very successfully, it has to be said as well. Hasn't been that successful in the World Rally Championship just yet. He certainly has a good budget behind him and a very good piece of machinery in that Ford Focus WRC. So Khalid Al Qasimi of the United Arab Emirates coming round now to complete Rally Ireland, and there we go, confirmation of the time by Henning Solberg, which is fastest, 1 minute 19.4. Al Qasimi going 4.2 seconds slower on that occasion. So Henning Solberg leads the way in the early stages, but many more cars to come, and so many of the rally fans who've come here this weekend, well, they're delighted to see the Irish well to the fore. Aaron McHale had a very good Saturday and has worked his way into the top 20.
He's 12th overall, in fairness to him. Aaron McHale, his first chance to run in a World Rally Championship round. He is the national tarmac champion for 2007, won outright Carlo Cavan in Sligo, meeting with Father Austin and also Gareth, who we'll see a little bit later on. But Solberg's time is what he's chasing here. Aaron McHale, one of 3 Ford Focuses being run this weekend for the McHale family. This is an 05 spec, an 03 spec for Father Austin, and Gareth gets the good one, the 06 one,
yeah,
which has him at the current state, looking at our leaderboard here, up in 8th place. And if he stays there, he'll pick up World Championship points for the 2nd time. He did it in Mexico last year. It would be a new record for an Irish driver. Billy Coleman did it back in 1985, the first Irish driver to pick up World Championship points when he finished 4th in Corsica. Last year, Gareth McHale did it in Mexico, finished in 6th place. So if he picks up points here, it'll be a new record for an Irish driver, because he'll have done it twice.
So Aaron McHale negotiates the 2 chicanes at the top of the circuit and works his way down now towards the finish, heading back towards Mullaghmore village. And he really has done extraordinarily well. As John said, he's worked his way up to 12th position in the overall standings, and there are a lot of very talented drivers in very good machinery well behind him. But also brother Gareth, well, what a Rally Ireland he has had, and he's standing 8th. That means he will score a World Championship point if it remains that way, and certainly I can't imagine Gareth losing any significant time on this particular stage. It's only 2.2 kilometers. It really is for TV, it is for the spectators to get up close and personal with these World Rally drivers and World Rally cars. So there goes Aaron McHale across the line in 4th place, just over 5 seconds off the time posted by Henning Solberg in the WRC Focus.
Yeah, he'd be happy enough with that. Just wants to get the car home. No major dramatic from his point of view. Here's a guy I've been talking to yesterday, a really nice guy. The thumbs up there from Andreas Mikkelsen, the Norwegian. Born in 1989, he's only 18 years of age, 3rd on the Easter Rally and the Rally of the Lakes, won the recent Fastnet Rally in West Cork, beating Eugene Donnelly. This is a man who's got a really good rallying future. He's in 9th place overall currently, chasing down Gareth McHale, but he's quite a distance back from him. He's 1 minute and 58 seconds, so he won't catch him, but he's a really nice chap and a really good driver.
This is a really fast start to the stage. They sweep right-handed, then left once more. And look at the way that car is moving about. Andreas Mikkelsen, a hugely talented driver. In many people's opinion, this guy will be a WRC title contender in the years to come. He had a difficult start to Rally Ireland, but gradually things have improved. The performance of that Focus has improved, and Mikkelsen now has reaped the rewards as he's moved up towards the top of the leaderboard. But unlikely to score championship points, but it's still been a good 2nd and 3rd leg for this particular driver. So here he comes, Andreas Mikkelsen. He really is an all-rounder, a student at the Norwegian College for Top Athletes. He does a bit of motocross, he does a lot of skiing, but of course his main job now is a WRC driver, and what a season he's having. So Mikkelsen making his way around, and he's trying to beat the time posted by Henning Solberg. The question is, can he do it?
Coming down towards the finish line, some dramatic backdrops now. The sun has come out. We're actually in our company position overlooking the finish here. We can actually see a man standing on the podium just in front of us with a French flag, obviously waiting for Sebastian Loeb. But Mikkelsen now should stop the timing, being 2 seconds slower than Solberg. Solberg's time was good, 1:19.4, so that's the target that they have to beat. But as I say, there won't be really any dramatics here, I'd say, on this last stage for these drivers, because it's the last stage, just want to get it through. And now here is Gareth McHale, the man sitting in 8th place for Ireland in the Ford Focus with Alan Harriman alongside him. If he gets it home, gets it through the stage nice and safely, Peter, he will be taking World Championship points for the 2nd time in his career.
So let's keep our fingers crossed for young Gareth McHale, 27 years of age. His best rally achievement was unquestionably that 6th place in Rally Mexico 2006. Co-driven here by Alan Harriman, who's calling the pace notes. And as you can see, a little bit of damage to the left rear of that Focus. Obviously had an eventful morning, but he's made it all the way through to the 20th stage. He lies in 8th position. He's on his way to scoring a World Championship point for Ireland. So watch Gareth McHale in action. John, if you had asked me what was the best moment of the rally, yeah, a little bit of bodywork underneath there. Coming away, but no significant problem, won't cause him any difficulties. But if you ask me what was the best moment of the rally in terms of watching these guys in action, it was some of the action we saw from Gareth McHale. Some of the driving skills on the stages yesterday was absolutely brilliant.
And the concentration level that Gareth was putting into his driving yesterday was phenomenal as well. Those pictures we showed last night on RTE television when he took one of the crests really was awesome. This is a fantastic stage. In fact, Chris Atkinson was saying, as I mentioned, it was a shakedown stage last year. Chris Atkinson has been saying that running alongside the Atlantic Ocean, the scenery is quite amazing, and we can see that from the shots we have here. Quite different from other Rally Ireland stages because it's a flowing 2-lane road, and a bit similar, he says, to what you get on Rally Spain, which is a very, very fast-flowing tarmac rally.
Well, I did say there was a little bit of damage to the left rear of the Focus. In fact, the entire rear of the Focus has a lot of damage to it. So, as I said, an eventful morning for McHale, but what a time! A super time by Gareth McHale. And he was just 0.5 of a second away from possibly winning the stage, but it's still Henning Solberg who's up there. Henning Solberg leads the way, but of course we've got some extremely quick drivers to come. So Gareth McHale goes to 2nd place. So unfortunately it doesn't look like we'll have an Irish winner of the stage, unless Niall McShay can do something extraordinary in his Group N, but we'll see him a little bit later on. It looks like he's on the way to the Group N rally win, and that'll be very, very special indeed for his many fans who are here at Mullaghmore this afternoon. Next up, Matthew Wilson.
Well, that was some run by Gareth McHale. You could see the way he was pushing that car around towards the end of the stage. This is the man now in 7th place, Matthew Wilson, in the Ford Focus, the 06 spec Focus, the Stobart Vodka Kick M Sport for the rally team. Michael Orr is his co-driver, and he was 4th in Japan last time out, the first time he picked up World Championship points, so he's looking for a 2nd time in the points, and he's currently running in 7th place overall. This morning, Gareth McHale tried to chase him down. He had an overshoot at one of the junctions. He said, oh, okay, I'm going to back off now because I'm in a safe 8th place, and Wilson looks like he's going home in a very safe 7th place as well, and a good drive from him.
Yeah, we've got to keep in mind that while you have some very experienced drivers out there, you've also got some young chargers, just like Matthew Wilson. He's only 20, so he really has a long career ahead of him. And, of course, probably got a few breaks along the way thanks to his dad, Malcolm Wilson.
Well, he actually competed in his first rally in 2003 as a co-driver to his father, Malcolm Wilson.
So he has experience from that point of view, but I'm sure being who he is, it certainly was of benefit to him. But you've got to prove yourself behind the wheel, and Matthew Wilson certainly has done so, especially with that wonderful drive in Japan 3 weeks ago, where he finished in 4th place. So here comes Wilson now, around to complete the stage. And hard to say whether he's going to get close to Henning Solberg's time. I don't think he's going to be quick enough, John.
He won Rally Ireland the first time around. Wilson 0.8 of a second. That drops him into a 3rd place behind Gareth McHale. So Solberg's time of 1:19.4 is the one to be aimed at now from the rest of the drivers coming through. We're getting to some of the quick boys. Here is Guy Wilkes, never picked up a championship point so far in his career. The British driver in the Super Impreza. And it's Phil Pugh alongside him as the co-driver. Started at the age of 19 years of age, having made motorcycle trials his more preferred exploit at one stage. He was UK Ford car champion in 2000 and moved it up in that series of step laddering the Fords into the Ford Puma. And away he goes.
A picture of concentration there, Guy Wilkes, as he headed off on this 2.2-kilometre stage. The 26-year-old Briton who currently lies 2nd in the British Rally Championship to Mark Higgins. So, of course, they'll be competing over the next round of the WRC, which also counts as a round of the British Championship. That is Rally GB. So, lots of reasons for Guy Wilkes to put in a good showing here as he heads down now on the stage, very fast along here. Long right-hander, and then they'll sweep back towards the village into the chicane now. And very necessary, because it would be extraordinarily quick in these hugely powerful cars if that chicane wasn't there. You're talking about cars which develop 300 brake horsepower plus, so no shortage of power at the disposal of these drivers.
Wilson's currently second in the British Rally Championship to Mark Higgins, who went off Rally Ireland yesterday with Rally GB Tacoma, 16 points adrift, and you get 24 wins, so he's an outside chance of perhaps picking up the British Championship. Mark Higgins has been extremely busy, taking part in the Production World Championship, taking part in the British Championship, indeed taking part in the Irish Championship, where he finished second to Eugene Donnelly, but he hasn't made it home. Guy Wilkes will, and he's going to finish 6th overall. He's chasing down the time of 1:19.4. You can see now as he passes through the timing beam exactly what time he can post here. Oh,
that was close.
1 of a second behind.
He displaces Gareth McHale from second, so McHale slips to third position, but it's still Henning Solberg who's leading the way with that magnificent time. So Solberg has set a benchmark that's proving difficult to beat. But what about this? How about his brother Petter Solberg, a former World Rally Champion? 2003 he took the title. He's won 13 World Rally events in his career. And Petter Solberg is one of those drivers that the fans really adore. He gives it everything, and if you want to see some dramatic driving through a stage, well, it's always worth keeping your eye out for this guy. Co-driven here by Phil Mills of Britain. Away he goes in the Subaru Impreza WRC 06.
He's been with Phil Mills since Portugal, 1999. You've got to know your co-drivers. You've got to be make sure that the pace notes are right. You've got to be really careful with the choice of co-driver that you get, and you really have to trust them, and he does obviously trust Phil Mills, because he's been with them now since 1999. The Subaru World Rally Team car of Petter Solberg. Not a lot of development on this car. It's an 06 version. There's not a lot of development done by Subaru for some reason. He's not particularly happy about the fact that they didn't come to Rally Ireland to get some running to rounds of a tarmac championship in Ireland, to get some running and some idea of how to run in Rally Ireland. But he's had a good round here so far, and he's currently in 5th place, running off the last stage.
Oh, great action from Petter Solberg as he clipped the ditch there, and some wonderful action from Solberg. Just watch him go now. No chance of him improving his overall position, of course, on this stage, and he ran into tyre problems this morning, so he did intend to try and chase down Mikko Hirvonen, but once he had the problems on stage 18, it really was a matter of settling for 5th place in the championship. But let's see his time now through the stage, and he goes to 1st place, and he fairly obliterated his brother's time. So Petter Solberg almost over 2 seconds faster. Magnificent. 1:16.9. That's
really is a quick time. 1:19.4 for his brother. So a bit of family pride there. Restored. Petter Solberg there, you can see on the leaderboard, currently 1:16.9 for the run. Henning Solberg in second, Wilkes, and then Gareth McHale, and then Matthew Wilson, Mickelson, Aston McKay, and Barrett. They're all the ones that have gone through the stage so far. Here's Mikko Hirvonen, the Finnish driver in the Ford Focus, teammate of Marcus Gronholm. If he finishes in 4th place, he'll pick up 5 championship points. That's enough for Ford to win the manufacturer's title. That's been his goal all weekend long. Once he realized a rally victory was out of his grasp, well, he had to go for the manufacturer's points, and he's done an extremely good job. So away he goes. Just look at the way he's controlling that Focus through these very fast sweeping corners here at Mullaghmore. A magnificent drive now, as we see him heading up towards the top of the headland. Then he'll be sweeping right-handed when he negotiates the chicane back towards Mullaghmore village. So Mikko Hirvonen, who currently lies 3rd in the World Rally Championship. His best this year, 1st in the Norwegian Rally, and of course recent winner of the Japanese Rally. So it's been a good season for Mikko Hirvonen, a possible world title contender in years to come. When you consider the 14 rounds we've had so far, Peter, in the World Championship, 12 of those have been shared between Lowe and Gronholm. This is the man who's won the other 2, as you mentioned, Norway and Japan. He's won 3 in total. He won in Australia last year. His first World Championship win back in 2006. Currently 3rd, 20 points behind Gronholm. That's 104 to 84. If he picks up 5 points here, they cut the gap to 14 with 1 round remaining. But his intention, and he's told us all week after Gronholm went out, was to finish in the points, high up in the points, for enough for Ford to win the manufacturer's title ahead of Citroën. Across the line goes Mikko Hirvonen in that Ford Focus.
Still awaiting confirmation of his time. While back at the start, we're looking at Jari-Matti Latvala. Here he is now in the number 9 focus. So, Jari-Matti Latvala, the 22-year-old Finn, is next to go. Has yet to achieve a podium in the World Rally Championship, but he came quite close in Argentina. He also came very close to the Corsican Rally when he picked up 4th place. A studious and concentrated driver, ready to go to work. Jari-Matti Latvala of Finland, and he could very well achieve his first podium. In fact, that's almost a dead cert at this point, unless something went horrendously wrong on this very short stage. So it'll be a special moment for him. He'll remember the first ever Rally Ireland as part of the World Championship, because he is going to pick up his first podium. He's on the way to 3rd.
Yeah, Latvala started driving at a very young age, 8 years of age. He received a Ford Escort from his father, Jari, who was also a rally driver and also won the 1994 National Championship back in Finland. At the age of 10, Latvala actually started practicing with an Opel Ascona out on a frozen lake in Finland. So it just shows you he's good on any surface, and he just gets the car nicely sideways there, coming through the chicane, and he's been a good story from this rally's point of view, the Finnish driver. He's chirpy, he's good to talk to as well, and it's great to see him on the podium.
Yes, the Scandinavian countries have produced some magnificent drivers in the past, and they continue to do so. Just watch the way he's carving through these corners. Magnificent work by Jari-Matti Latvala, the latest star of Scandinavian rallying, and on his way to 3rd place in Rally Ireland. You can see that that focus has taken a couple of bangs along the way, but he's kept it going right through what have been really, really testing stages. These World Rally drivers encounter all sorts of surfaces right throughout the year. Let's just check his time now. But they really have been, well, surprised in many ways, shocked in other ways about the nature of the stages on Rally Ireland. All the dirt that was pulled out onto the road made some stages almost like a gravel stage. And also, John, we know the tarmac in Ireland on the old roads can be very shiny, very slippery. So on some occasions, when these guys were going on cut slicks and stuff like that, and they encountered that part of the stage, they were finding it like running on ice.
It's pity we haven't got the times there, unfortunately, for Latvala or also for Mikko Herman, and so far we'll bring them to you as soon as we can. But the fastest time there was above 16 points from Peter Solberg. This is the man now in 2nd place, Daniel Sordo, the Citroen C4 of the Citroen Total WRT World Rally team, with Mark Marti alongside him, another Spanish man. Daniel Sordo, protege of Carlos Sainz, the former world champion and the former junior world champion himself back in 2005 in the C2, driving for Citroen as well, and he's been the backup really for Sebastian Loeb. He says he wants to finish 2nd to get a 1-2 for Citroen.
And he's going to get it, there's no doubt about that. It really has been a great performance by Danny Sordo, and in Rally Ireland he is going to achieve his previous best results. 2nd in Monte Carlo, 2nd at his home event in Spain. And here he comes now. Look at the determination of the young Spaniard. He's only 24 years of age, another young driver who will almost certainly become a megastar of the World Rally Championship in the coming years. He's already massive in his home country of Spain and gradually gaining a big international reputation. He has been absolutely wonderful to watch out on the stages. He really has mastered this Irish tarmac, and I'd say, John, well, not next year, but in 2009, when Rally Ireland is a part of the World Championship again, fingers crossed, we hope that this guy will really look forward to coming back to the stages of Ireland.
Absolutely. You know yourself, Peter, from the amount of F1 you've done in the past, and also MotoGP as well, how big motorsport is in Spain, and this guy is a superstar. It's 2nd for Sordo, 112.4. He usurps the likes of Solberg, is obviously cruising to the stage. He's posting a 116. That was a 112. This is the fastest time. This is the world champion, and this is the man who's on his way to winning Rally Ireland, Sebastian Loeb.
Nobody has won more world rallies than this driver here. He's 33 years of age now, although he'd certainly get away with 25 or whatever. Very young looking Sebastian Loeb. But he really is a magnificent driver. 3 consecutive world titles to his credit. 2004 champion, 2005 champion, 2006 champion. He currently lies just 4 points adrift of Marcus Gronholm in the standings. 1 rally to go after this, and of course Loeb is on his way to the 10 points here, so he will lead going to Rally GB by 6 points over Marcus Gronholm, and he could very well make it 4 consecutive world titles. This guy is the master. He is the king of world rally at the moment. Sebastian Loeb on the Mullaghmore stage.
Sebastian Loeb really is the king. Marcus Grano will be kicking himself going off on stage 3. It's handed Rally Ireland basically to Sebastian Loeb. He's been the man. Yesterday morning he was telling me that he was going to drive the way he thought he could drive. And what did he do? He put the first 3 stages under his pocket, under his boot, by winning the first 3 stages yesterday. Backed off a little bit yesterday afternoon and also again this morning, because in going to today's stage he had 54.5 seconds advantage over Sordo. So he just really has to cruise through this particular stage. But I suppose a little bit of honour from his point of view. He'd probably try and want to win it. But interesting to see what kind of time he can post here.
Yeah, well, you heard the fans reacting to the driving of Sebastian Loeb. They're certainly enjoying seeing the reigning world champion carrying that #1 on his car, and that's what he most certainly is and will be after Rally Ireland. He's on his way to victory and, of course, to leading the World Championship. What about his time? 1:19.4, 1:13.5 by Sebastian Loeb. He goes to 4th place.
He cruised through that, really, and that's the winning that we've seen here. Here's one of the other Irish drivers, Eamon Boland. He's back running under Super Rally rules, but we're going to be waiting for the driver that's going to come after him, which is, we think, Niall McShane, who is leading the production class. This is Eamon Boland from County Wexford. He's been very involved in this rally because his NDV company was the transporters, 11 of them, which took all the World Rally cars from our base in Sligo up to Belfast. Only one international win in his long career, that was the Cork 20, but he's had numerous national wins, including the Wexford Stages Rally, 3rd Irish Tarmac Rally, 2nd in Galway, 3rd in the Cork 20, top 20 finish recently in the Rally de Catalunya. So he does odd rounds. He also did Monte Carlo earlier on this year. Eamon Boland from Wexford driving in the Subaru Impreza, finishing off Rally Ireland.
Yes, and he always represents Ireland extremely well at those World Rally rounds that he has competed in the past. Eamon really has a fantastic setup, and when they're in the paddock, they certainly look like they belong there. And a very, very consistent driver, highly regarded in Irish rally terms. And this guy really knows how to get the car to a finish. And even though for Rally Ireland he's finishing under Super Rally rules, it still has been another magnificent event for Eamon Boland. And as John said, co-driven there by Francis Regan, and they must be enjoying this wonderful stage and the huge crowds that have turned up at Mullaghmore to see the conclusion of what has been, well, one of the most successful international sporting events ever to be held on this island. So, Eamon Boland now, the second last Irish driver, in fact, we're going to see, because we do hope to see Niall McShane out very shortly. Niall, who is on his way to winning the Group N title in Rally Ireland, so that'll be a very special moment for him, winning the Group N rally on home soil as a round of the World Championship. My goodness me, he'll be very, very pleased. But let's just watch Eamon Boland now complete the stage.
Eamon's just really cruising. You can see the time there. It's pretty slow. He just wants to get that car home. 14th place overall, but he's not too worried. He's fit. The man we've been looking for. This is Niall McShane. He's out on the stage now. He is the 2004 Production World Champion. Now, just before this stage, the last stage, stage 19, he was 2.8 seconds behind Armindo Arujo of Portugal. But we don't know what's happened to Arujo. He's gone off and has not appeared on this stage. He's not appearing on our timing board. So Niall McShane is 10th overall in the championship Rally Ireland, and he is now on his way to winning the Group N, or the Production Championship round here on Rally Ireland. He's had much problems over the last couple of years. Niall McShane is on his way to winning the Group N title here on Rally Ireland for Ireland.
Yep, he's done a brilliant job this weekend, Niall McShane, in that Impreza. We've seen quite a few Subarus bite the dust, but not this one. He really has driven well, and considering that's the Group N class, he has got an awful lot of big hitters behind him in the classifications, driving extremely quick World Rally cars. But Niall McShane has done it. He is the Group N winner of Rally Ireland.
Now this is the man who could also win the World Championship. This is Gabriel Pozzo, the Argentinian. Now the championship position is that Toshi Arai, who's not here. He's actually not competed in Rally Ireland or in Rally GB, because he hasn't nominated them as one of his 6 rounds to count, or I think it's 8 rounds to count towards the championship. But this man certainly can. He needs to finish 2nd here and then win Rally GB. to win the championship. So Gabriel Pozzo will be very happy the fact that Armando Araujo has gone off, so he'll be classified in second place behind Niall McShane. So our congratulations, you have to really say, to Niall McShane, Peter, because he's done a terrific job to get that car home in 10th place overall and also to win the Group N title here on Rally Ireland. This man will be very happy with second place here because it keeps him in contention.
It certainly does. He won't be overly concerned with his time on the stage, but Pozzo still in contention for the overall Group N title when they go to Rally GP. So, as you can see, the fans still making their way around the stage. A lot of other runners yet to come. And thankfully, John, when we arrived here this morning, it was absolutely bucketing down, but the rain has cleared away. It's still quite chilly, but as we know, Irish rally fans, well, they're more than used to braving the elements to attend the many, many events that take place right around the country, right throughout the year. Okay, we're going to look back now at what was the fastest run at Mullaghmore in this special stage. Very shortly we'll see it. Fans, of course, the advantage of attending a stage like this is they can make their way from one corner to another. Many of them taking the very good vantage points there, looking down towards the stage. Well, out of many stages throughout the rally, we saw people get lifts on all sorts of machinery to get a little bit of elevation to look down towards these wonderful World Rally cars. But what a great day it has turned out to be at Mullaghmore. The rain has gone away for the moment, and we are waiting to see that Petter Solberg performance on the stage. This was the winning run. So Petter Solberg on his way, and this was the
No, he was, well, at this stage, actually, when he got through to the end of it, Peter, he actually was the quickest car out there at a 1:16 point. But what we're hearing is that he was actually usurped by some of the quicker drivers coming through at the end. But we haven't been given our official leaderboard yet. But this Petter Solberg really was a man who attacked this stage. He is lying and finished in 5th place here on Rally Ireland. But our congratulations must go out to Niall McShane and also, of course, to Sebastian Loeb, who are the winners on the respective classes of Rally Ireland, but of course Loeb is the overall winner.
Yes, well, they've had a couple of slight glitches with the timing. Petter Solberg was confirmed as fastest a short time ago, but we're going to get the official leaderboard as soon as we have this lap completed. A look back at one of the best drives of the day on this stage. It's Petter Solberg, the 2003 World Champion.
Great shots, aren't they, Peter, of the backdrop here at Mullaghmore. The other commentary window, the clouds have rolled over and the sunshine has gone, but thankfully it has been dry, and a lot of those spectators you can see to the left-hand side have stayed on to see some of the other cars. But Solberg there comes through the timing beam, and Petter Solberg finishes in 5th place overall.
And
the result?
Yeah, we'll get confirmation finally, and there it is, Sebastian Loeb, who wins Rally Ireland from Danny Sordo. Jari Matti Latvala comes home in 3rd place to achieve his first ever podium finish. Mikko Hirvonen 4th, Petter Solberg 5th, Guy Wilkes 6th, Matthew Wilson 7th, and look at that, it's a World Championship point for Gareth McHale of Ireland, who brings his focus home in 8th position. This is how it stands in the World Championship now. Sebastian Loeb has overtaken Marcus Gronholm. He has a 6-point advantage going to Rally GP, the final round of this year's championship. So it should be quite a battle between those two, and who will emerge victorious from Rally GB? Well, Sebastian Loeb, he's the tarmac expert. Marcus Gronholm prefers the loose and the snow. Mikko Hirvonen lies in 3rd in the championship. Danny Sordo, what a fantastic season the young Spaniard has had. He's currently in 4th position.
And don't forget, Gareth McHale at the bottom of the leaderboard has 1 point. It really was a great event, Peter. It's been a joy being here. Spectators out in their thousands, and credit to them as well for turning out. As we mentioned, Mikko Hirvonen, by taking that 4th place in the rally, has confirmed the fact that BP Ford are the manufacturers' champions for 2007, with Citroën in 2nd, but they're only really 2 of the top teams in contention for the manufacturers' title.
Yes, as Gareth McHale was saying to us the other evening, the manufacturers' title is hugely important to Ford, and the World Rally Organization are working overtime all the time to try and get more manufacturers into the series, and we believe in 2008 and 2009 we certainly will see some new manufacturers joining. But it's Ford that wins the manufacturer's title for 2007. Let's go back now and join Michael.
Thanks very much to Peter Collins and John Kenny for commentary there. And so then Rally Ireland of 2007 has almost come to a close. But as you can imagine, great excitement still here in Mulletmore. Now the drivers still have to go back to Sligo for the official finish, if you like. But as you can hear, there's a little bit of excitement here before they head back to Sligo and the service park as well. Sean Gallagher has been here with me and enjoying, Sean, not just the events of today, but indeed all of this rally. It has thankfully been a huge success.
Unbelievable. Like, you just look here now, the atmosphere, like, and everything. Sebastian, just the crowd, everyone's wanting near them, wanting to get talking to the drivers, see the cars, you know, and to have it here, like in the Northwest, something like this is just, it's unbelievable. This is just a dream, I think, to be here.
And so many positives out of it. Just as you were talking there, Niall McShea went past, of course, as well, one of our best competitors here in this country, apart from yourself, and he's done well this weekend.
Yeah, like, it's fair play to Niall, like, he struck very well this weekend. You know, I don't think he's put any wheels out of place, and it's been difficult, like, because the conditions have been really, really difficult here for the drivers this weekend. I was talking to Sebastian there earlier, and he was saying, like, that, you know, it really was a challenge, but they're over the moon, like, because this is a fantastic event. Like, even, I think everyone's happy, the journalists, everyone here, like, sponsors and everyone.
We have, I mean, it's cold. Luckily it didn't rain during the stage. It started to rain a little bit now, but I suppose that's the kind of weather you expect in Ireland. And as we were saying during the week, this is the kind of challenge, you know, you go to some places and it's blisteringly warm, you go to other places and it's very slippy and gravel. This is what Ireland is going to bring.
Yeah, like here, like the drivers, every driver here in the World Championship came here expecting rain. Like, this is what they were expecting, real heavy rain, because, you know, unfortunately this is what we get. But trucks and trucks of tyres came here, and you know, unbelievable.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, what they had to bring every possible tyre here, obviously, because they didn't know what was going to happen. I suppose, in fairness, we were a little bit spoiled over the last couple of weeks because the weather had been so nice.
Yeah, well, they can't take any chances. Like, they have to take everything. But I know for a fact that they've taken, like, trucks and trucks of wet tyres here.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like.
Yeah. Well, as we're talking here, Sean lining up behind us, we're having the official finish. Just, I don't know if you can see in the general shots, but we also have Eddie Jordan feeling my bum for some reason. Minister Mary Coughlin is there as well. Trevor Ringlet is in the background, and they will be making the official presentation to the drivers in just a moment. As I said, there will be a presentation here. The Hands Across the Divide trophy will be presented here and then back into Sligo. We spoke before, you didn't get a chance to compete in this event yourself, Sean. You had your work done in terms of the junior championship of winning that rookie title.
Yeah, like, we had a good success this year, you know. Fair play to the team. Tommy Mullen, we worked really hard for me, and everyone else, like, to get this together for me. Like, huge success as well.
Yeah. And looking at it, the hope obviously is, of course, that in 2 years' time we get this rally back again.
Yeah, I hope, and it'll be really good for the likes of me here to have, like, the World Championship here. You know, it's to have a rally here like this, and for me it makes it so much easier to be competing, you know, if we can keep it going.
An awful lot of, I suppose an event like this will help you in your ambition, because obviously your ambition is to join these guys as a professional driver.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you know, to be in here, you can just see that the atmosphere is unreal here. I think everyone's looking to get near the top drivers here now. As you can see, look, cameras and everything, the action here is it's unreal.
As we're talking here, just to explain what is happening, the laurels, as you can see, are being presented to the drivers, to Danny Sordo, to Jari Matti Latvala, and of course to Sebastian Loeb and their co-drivers who have finished 1, 2 and 3 in Rally Ireland of 2007. Huge significance as well, Sean, about all this, apart just simply from the rally here in Ireland for Sebastian Loeb. This has been a huge positive blow in terms of the World Championship.
Yeah, like, you know, everything here, like, you can see now, like, it's unbelievable here now to see what it's actually happening. Like, I never thought I'd see this here in, like, the Northwest, you know, and, like, it's really, for me, like, it's an unbelievable, you know, because everything's happening, it's the action, like, you know, and to have it here, like, I've seen these in all the other countries, all the other World Championship rounds, you know, to have it here, like, it's in Mulletmore, it's unbelievable.
I suppose we should emphasise that point, because, I mean, the thing about it is that other rounds of the World Championship, they happen every year. You know, this is the first for Ireland. They put on a little bit of an extra special show.
Yeah, like, the Irish, I think, like, we're really going to, you know, show off our welcome to people. Like, you know, the welcome people's getting here, you know, and they're surprised, you know, because it's like that, you know, they like the party. They're party people. Like, just look at this and the rain.
Well, I think that is one of the things that has come across for the drivers and the competitors. Okay, they've got serious work to do. But, you know, Irish people, and we're not just kind of clapping ourselves in the back about this, but they do bring a special atmosphere to all of this.
Yeah, like you can see like Sebastian over there, like he's never seen this before, like, and they're going to be talking about this forever. Like, I know this is just.
We have here, by the way, for the moment, Minister Mary Coughlin, Minister of Agriculture. Mary, you a smile on your face, you're enjoying this.
Absolutely fantastic, and we show up here in the northwest that we can actually have a world occasion, a world-class occasion. Thanks to everyone, the volunteers, absolutely superb, and everybody has been so delighted that we have had such success here. It's fantastic.
Sean Gallagher here, of course, the Donegal man who has won the Junior World Rookie Championship this year. We've been talking about the significance of this to Ireland and I suppose to the economy of this region.
Absolutely, and when you see so many people that have travelled from all over the world to come here, it's absolutely superb.
Minister, I'll interrupt you for a moment because we have with us here Danny Sordo as well. Danny, congratulations to you. Been a fantastic but tough rally.
Yeah, I think it's very, very good rally, very difficult condition, but nice for the spectator and sometimes for drive. No, I'm happy with the result.
One of our Irish ministers is here with us as well, Mary Coughlin. I've been talking to Mary about the significance of this. I mean, you guys come here to compete and to win championship points, but this has huge significance for Ireland.
I don't understand. You speak very, very fast and with the music. Yeah. Sorry.
But you, I know it's very, very noisy here. Did you enjoy the rally here in Ireland? I know it was tough and I know the stages were difficult.
Yeah, the stages are really difficult, but are very nice for drive. But sometimes it's a lot of mood in the stage, but I am happy to drive like that with all the spectators. Very nice for drive.
It has been a good weekend for you and a very good weekend for Citroën.
Yeah, for Citroën is very, very good. For me also, no, but it's okay. You will see the next rally.
Danny, thank you very much for talking to us. Congratulations and good to see you in Ireland. But we have with us here at the moment the defending world champion Sebastian Loeb and the winner of the rally. Sebastian, how are you?
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win. It was an excellent weekend, obviously, from your point of view.
Yeah, for sure. It was really great to win here, especially with Marcus scoring no points. For me, it's really, really important for the championship. We took the lead again, so that's good.
Marcus ran into his troubles very early in the rally, so you knew then that you had to keep it on the road for the weekend.
Yeah, it was a big pressure from that because I knew after the crash of Marcus that everything depends on me. If I do a mistake, Marcus will be easy in Wales and he can win the championship easily. And now if I take the lead, so I will be a bit careful there.
On the one hand, it's a bonus to you when he went off the road or crashed out of the rally. On the other hand, then the pressure is on because the conditions were very, very slippy.
Yeah, it was really a difficult rally, very fast and narrow and slippery everywhere. A lot of mud, some water, raining, and it was incredible.
But the most important thing from your point of view, despite the conditions, is that you got that win. And now the World Championship is within your grasp. It's up to you now.
Yeah, now we took the lead of the championship again, so it will be very important in Wales to be concentrated. I don't have to win, I just have to finish in a fourth or fifth position, so we'll try to do it.
And yet, what we saw happening in Japan, Marcus went off, and then unfortunately you went off as well, so this is rallying you don't know.
No, for sure. In Japan, Marcus led me an opportunity to take the lead of the championship, and I couldn't take it, but now it's done, and so we will see.
Just briefly and finally, Sebastian, let's talk about Rally Ireland. Sean Gallagher, of course, you know, we've enjoyed having a run at the World Rally Championship here in Ireland. Do you see this has been a success? Would you like to come back here again?
Yeah, for sure. It's the third time I come in Ireland and it's 3 victories, so I will come as much as you want. But no, it was really well organized and really an interesting rally. Very difficult, but very interesting. So yeah, for me, it's...
Sebastian, congratulations to you. Thank you very much for talking to us. I want to bring in Jari just very, very briefly. Jari, congratulations to you too. You've had a very good weekend.
Thank you very much. It was a very special weekend for me.
Yeah. Obviously the win for this man, but you will be happy with the way everything went from your point of view.
Yeah, before I came to the rally, I was thinking that position 8 or maybe in between 6 and 8 would be good for me, but finishing on the 3rd is more than I can be happy, you know, basically.
You, like Sean Gallagher here, one of the younger drivers in rallying, and obviously a result like this is good for your future.
Yeah, definitely, because I'm in the situation that, of course, I want to get forward in rallying, and I hope so that this position helps me to maybe get the full season for the next year with some sort of rally car.
Well, it's good to see you here in Ireland, and thank you very much indeed for talking to us. I think we have another minister here, Mr. Mayor Richard. It's nice to see you here at Mulletmore. I know
Nice to be here.
we're all getting a small bit little wet, but we don't mind. It's been a great event.
No, it has been a wonderful event, and from my point of view, wonderful for North-South practical cooperation.
Yeah.
Started off at Parliament Buildings in Stormont on Thursday afternoon and has ended here, and I was very pleased to be here with Minister Coughlin.
And this is the other side of it. I mean, the rally as an event in itself is one thing. It's been great to see it in Ireland, but the other benefits of it, as you said, the cooperation that has gone into this is important for the future of the island.
It is very important from a point of view of the economic, the tourism, and also the political cooperation on the island of Ireland, and it brings practical sense to the workings of the North-South Ministerial Council, and we see at first hand what can be done on the island on an all-island basis to bring benefit and improvement to the people on this island.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Minister. Thank you very much indeed for talking to us. And that's just about it then from Mulletmore. As you can see from the lens, it's getting a little bit wet here, but we don't mind at all because obviously it's been a fantastic event. I hope that you have enjoyed all of the action here from Rally Ireland 2007 on RTE television. And please God, we look forward to more of the same, hopefully in 2 years' time when this rally is due to come back here again to Ireland. My thanks to Sean Gallagher. And Sean, we wish you the very best of luck in your rallying future. Thank you for joining us here on RTE. Until the next time, bye-bye.
I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel. There's a voice in my head that drives my heel.